25. Call daddy, tell him 25. Call daddy, tell him 25.
What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. Please, y'all, let me know. Is something wrong with StreamYard? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I don't know what was going on. The StreamYard was kind of messing up before I came in. Then they started asking me stuff I ain't never heard before. But I was here and I was ready and I was on time. So don't charge it to me. Okay, thank you, YDK. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Loud and Clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, thank y'all so much for being here. I apologize. It wasn't me. It was StreamYard. Y'all know I'm here. I'm here, and I tried to show up on time. Okay? Now, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 6, and the name of the episode is called Suns Out, Buns Out. I didn't really see no buns out. Okay? Now, to me, I feel like this was a filler episode. I feel like it was a filler episode. I really didn't. I feel like they playing in my face. They playing in my face, and I feel like they playing in Angel face too. And I can't let them play in Angel face. Now, do Angel hold some fault? She do. But Jassi, and Wendy definitely played the Kiana face at the end of this episode, baby. They definitely playing in her face, okay? And we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we're going to go. At the 5-minute mark, we're going to run it. Okay, let me see. Miss Lovely T, what's good? Monique the Lioness, what's good? True Blue, what's good? Rob Jackson, what's good? Angel, flap your wings and go, baby. You are not ready for this. Serena P.S., I think she still leads the show early. Oh, my God. Rob Jada City, don't do it like that. Give me some strong-ass wings. But I don't think, even when I watched Watch What Happens Live last night, and you know I like Angel, but even when I watched Watch What Happens Live last night, it didn't really give me that she's coming back. And it's so unfortunate. And why I say that is because usually if a person on the show, if something wasn't clear, Andy would follow up on it and they could clear up what was being said at the time. And I wasn't really clear on, can we have real talk? I really wasn't clear. Y'all be trying to make it seem like the people be clear on stuff that they be saying. I wasn't really clear on whether she stole the money or not. I wasn't clear. And so, you know, she should have clarified what she was saying because I didn't really feel like that she really had the floor to say what she wanted to say. And so I thought that Andy would have asked her about it, but it seemed like that she was. And another thing too with Angel that I want us to stop doing, I want us to stop listening to that bull. I want us to stop listening to Michelle Obama when they go high, we go low. Because that ain't nothing but bull. That's bull. Because Michelle Obama told us that she like Mama D. And so I want us to stop getting in spaces and trying to go high. And that's what I feel like Angel is trying to do. I feel like that she thinks that she's going high. But girl, you ain't going high. You looking punk puss. And I feel like what you're doing, Angel, I feel like that you overthinking. Just be yourself. And the people will fall in love with that. Those people that's going to be here for you, going to be here for you. Because I'm here for you. But I do think that you did yourself a disservice by listening to Kay. Because Kay don't even know what she doing. But I think that you're doing yourself a disservice by even listening to her because she needs advice. Okay? But let's go ahead and start. Okay? So the episode started off with the women. They still eating their sunshines. Okay? Wendy is not there because she's sick, allegedly. But there is this back and forth between Klarna and Jassi. And so Jassi asked Klarna what does she need from her to move forward. And I can look at Klarna's face and tell that there's no moving forward with her. There's no moving forward with her. She doesn't want to move forward. And that's why I don't think that this is the show for Kiana. This is not the show for Kiana. And I know that we joke and play a lot about Kiana, but I totally understand where Kiana is coming from, right? The whole being fake aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? People talking about you behind your back, especially when you haven't done anything to them, it can hurt and it can sting. So in real life, it's up. Well, the teacher say, bitch, it's up. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with you no more. But baby, you on the reality show. You on the reality show, and what you have to understand is this is work for you now. And the crazy part with you, Klarna, is that you mad at Jassi for something that Wendy told you that she thought was there. And you clarified it in front of her, and she told you it was nothing there, and you still trying to stand on that it was something there. Wendy couldn't even adamantly tell you that she felt something. She just felt like, she said, I felt that it was something there. And the girl is telling you it was nothing there, and you still standing on it. You still standing on it. So it's like you want to have a problem. But I can totally understand you not want to fake the phone, but nothing happened for you. Look, I must say, I do not feel like there has been anything that has happened with Kiana so far on this show where she needs to be walking around mad, mean, and Shirley and angry, right? But Angel, on the other hand, I see why she walking around upset. I see why she walking around mad, because they playing in her motherfucking face and they playing in mine too. They playing in Angel face, and I feel like they playing in mine too. But Kiana, right? Kiana wants to have a problem with everyone. What's good, S-Level? She want to have a problem with everyone. Okay. So now it's Shady Shot time. So Mr. Sunshine come out and he bring another round of killer bees to all of the women. And Gizelle was like, it's Shady Shot time. And I'm confused. I don't know if Gizelle had these names on the shot glasses or not. We didn't really get to see that close, but she looked like she was reading the shot glasses, okay? And so what she basically did was she gave a shady name to every girl that was on the trip. Who thinks of shit like that? Who thinks of that? I would have never thought of that. That wouldn't even cross my mind unless somebody suggested it to me in a spur of the moment. But I would have never thought to, give somebody a shady name at a trip. Right? Okay. So she give Ashley Duchess Darby. Okay. Stacy's is blank. Then she gave Angel's chin check. Okay. She really wanted to give her catfish, but Angel probably would have started crying again. But, I feel like for the betterment of the show, Gizelle should have said catfish to see what Angel was made of. Because Angel is the one. Now, Angel, Mama, you got to take some fault in it. You said that you was ready. And if Gizelle would have told you that you was a catfish, you giving my 600-pound life in person. In person and online, you giving $150. I want to see what you was made of. You started it at the table. And I'm just calling it fair. If she would have said catfish to you, I want to see what you made of. You told us that you do the chin checking, and I'm ready to see some, goddamn it, I'm ready to see some chin checking. Put a 5 in the check if you want to see some chin checking. Damn it, I'm ready to see some chin checking from you. I'm ready to see some chin checking from you. It's too much. Okay? You started. Okay? Jassi name is stepmama. Okay? Tia name is stylist. Look at the 5s in the chat. We want to see some chin checks. I want to see some chin checks, damn it. Shit. And then Kinano name is Gizelle Hater. Okay? Now, this is the mean girl with Gizelle. How come everybody got a shady name except for Tia and Ashley? How come everybody got a shady name except for Tia and Ashley? Ashley ain't been no goddamn Duchess, and Tia ain't been no damn stylist. If we gonna shade the girls, we shading everybody. Everybody is to be shade. You don't get to pick and choose girls that you're gonna shade and be nice to some of the girls. You get what I'm saying? And all of these girls give me little dog. Because that's why Karen is so missed. There is no way Gizelle would have sat at that table and shaded everybody and not one person shaded her back. There is no way that Gizelle would have sat at the table with me and shaded everybody at the table, or more specifically, shaded me. And I not get my shit back off with her.
What kind of bullshit is that?
What kind of bullshit is that? with that whorehouse you over there running. I would have called her madam. Where is Mia at when we need her? I would have called her madam. Her name would have been madam and everything because you run a whorehouse. Yes, baby, when you went out of town last year, they said it was niggas running all through the house on the Ring camera. That's what they told us. Right, they all pump Puss Morris. Right. Gizelle gave Karen no alcoholic grand dame, and Karen never said nothing. Karen wasn't in the position to say nothing. But I want to call her Madame Gizelle, baby. Let's go. You run a whorehouse, baby. Okay? Now, remember, Gizelle gave Kinono Gizelle hater. And Gizelle said that she's confused because Wendy came back to her and told her that Kinono Kombucha said, "Good boy, did you see those pictures of Grace for her birthday?" Who she get? It was given, baby. It was given Angel 2.0. It was given baby Angel. I promise to God, it was given baby Angel. It does. It was given baby Angel the pictures of Grace. Happy birthday, happy 21st. Okay. So Gizelle said that she was confused because Wendy came back to her and told her that Kiana said that she hated Gizelle. And Gizelle said she's shocked because she's always been a champion for Kinono. And Gizelle was in her confessional. And Gizelle said that, you know, I like Kay. I even like Kay when Greg didn't even like her. I say, child.
Attending a birthday party.
She said, baby, I liked her when Greg didn't even like her. And Kiana said that she would just like to wait and table this to discuss it in front of Wendy. And Kiana, I know what you think you're doing, but you're going about it the wrong way. You got the wrong approach. Okay? I think that Kay feels like that she's keeping it 100 by waiting to talk about it with Wendy so there won't be any confusion. But again, mama, we on reality TV, right? We don't need Wendy to be here to air out everything. Because what you're doing is making it seem like the show can't go on without Wendy. We don't need Wendy to be there to everything, to air out everything. If Gizelle asks you what you said about her, you should be able to tell her word for word what you said about her without Wendy being there. Wendy done went and already got her side out to Gizelle without you being there, so why can't you? Why can't you? And to me, it looks like Kiana don't know how much Wendy told Gizelle, so she don't want to jump out there and overtell or say too much. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because she might overtell. Because you better believe that her and Wendy was over there dogging Gizelle out on the phone. I feel like Kiana don't want to overtell. You understand what I'm saying? Angel gained the freshman 15. Angel who? The daughter? Stacey so involved, and I love it because she talks cash money. Right. They were all talking. Right, Phil? They were. That's how I feel. Okay? So Gizelle agrees to table it until they're in front of Wendy. Are y'all noticing that Wendy got a lot of the mess going this season? Wendy went over here and said this, and Wendy went over there and said that, right? She ran back and told some stale tea to Kiana from Jassi, right? Then she went back and told Gizelle that Kay didn't like her. And my question is, when did Wendy go back and tell Gizelle that Kay didn't like her? Because if she went back and told Gizelle that after her and Kay had an argument on the pier, it tells me that Wendy was scared that Kay was going to run back to Gizelle first. So she went over there and she beat her to it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T. See, she went and ran over there and tried to hurry up and run into Gizelle because she thought that Kiana was now mad at her. You get what I'm saying? Now Kiana mad at her, and Kiana told her that she didn't like her. They was telling each other they didn't like each other, and she thought that Kiana was going to go back and tell Gizelle first. And that's why she went and told Gizelle. You got to watch that Wendy, baby. That Wendy is messy. I'm telling y'all. See, y'all a little green sometimes. I do believe that Wendy wants to be accepted by Gizelle, but I do think that she secretly don't like her. She secretly don't like her. Okay. So at the end of the dinner, they ended up playing music. Kenny is back. You know, Kenny was the man that had them traveling. I mean, that was their tour guide. And he back over there singing, and the women started dancing. Okay. So later that night, Stacey, Ashley, and Jassi, they're all up. And Stacey admitted that she briefly dated Chris Samuels. Girl. Okay. She said it was while she was separated from Thiemo, and they was both seeing other people. And she is just confused as I am as to what is the big deal, right? The only thing that I will give Ashley that she's trying to say that she's not saying, and I don't really want to give her nothing, but I think that Ashley is trying to say that Stacey is thirsty. Is that what y'all picking up on? I feel like she's trying to say that Stacey is thirsty. Stacey tried to date Big Boy because he was once a husband on the Real Housewives of Potomac, and she was doing it for clout on the show. But my thing is, what was Chris doing it for? Right? What was Chris doing it for? And at the end of the day, they both are still adults. They both two grown adults. Okay. Now, Stacey said that she never had sex with Chris. Ashley calls bullshit. Listen, I don't give a damn how much money Chris got, baby. I would not be busting it open for Big Boy.
No way. No way.
No way. There's no way. Okay? So I believe Stacey. I don't believe that she busted open for Big Boy now. Okay? But if she did, that's her business. That's her business. And these are the double standards that we talk about with the show. Because last week, they asked Gizelle, was she having sex with Sean Springs? And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. And everybody is supposed to be able to accept that because Gizelle is supposed to be a mother with young girls. But Stacey can't say that. Ain't Arabella a young girl? Right? Because we hear that when Gizelle go out of town, baby, the Gizelle house turns into Pussy Valley when she go out of town. At least Arabella is still young and pure. Baby, Gizelle house turned into the paint when she gone. So I'm trying to understand why Gizelle don't get to have to answer questions, or she don't get pressed on no questions. But my thing with Stacey, Ashley, is that Ashley is saying, Stacey is saying no. The fact that she said no, that should be respected just from one woman to the next. You know, I feel like women have to already deal with men putting bodies on them. But then she went and answered the question and said no, and here got Ashley trying to put another body on Stacey.
Bitch.
Just nasty. Just nasty. And Cal is Uncle Cliff, right? Yes. Yes. Arabella younger than them twins, right? Stop shaming those girls. They all over 18. They over 18, but it don't stop the fact that their house turned into the pink. I'm not shaming the girls. I'm not shaming the girls. I would never. Okay. So the next day we get to see the girls' morning routine. Okay. Jassi looked like she was in there doing some P90X morning routines. Okay. Kiana looked like she ran. Did y'all see the little clip of Kiana they put in there? Kiana looked like she ran for 5 meters, child, and tried to make it seem like she was out there working out. And then we seen Tia and Kiana, they was on the cart trying to go get some breakfast, and we saw Angel running. Did y'all see Angel running with a banana in her hand and a coffee cup? I say, child, baby Angel out there in her workout clothes running, baby. Talking about where y'all going, and chase the car down. Okay. Wendy said that she's feeling much better. She said that she found out that she had a sinus infection. Now, Stacey, her lips are bigger because she had an allergic reaction the night before. Oh, Richie said, I did my TV show. Y'all, look, get off my girl. Get off my girl. Well, I was like, why is Angel running, Lord? Baby, she said, baby, y'all going to the buffet? Y'all going to the buffet? I want to eat too. Okay. Ashley said that she feels like Stacey is Pinocchio, and instead of your nose getting big for telling lies, her lips got big. Okay. Now, Gizelle has the day planned. She got the day planned. They're supposed to be getting on the yacht, and then they're gonna be going to dinner, right? Okay. So Gizelle now has some embroidered towels there for the women, and then there is still a blank towel. And Gizelle said that when it all started, she didn't know who Stacey was, and now she knows who Stacey is. And Stacey tried to hug Gizelle, and Gizelle was like, girl, back, give me 50 feet. Give me 50 feet. And there was still no towel there with Stacey's name on it. There was not a towel with Stacey's name on it. I didn't see a towel with Stacey's name. I rewinded. There was no towel with Stacey's name on it. And Wendy even said, Stacey is missing her name. And I rewinded back to make sure it was still no towel with Stacey name. And did y'all catch that Kiana name was in a different font than everybody else's? Everybody else's was in a different font. Kiana name was in everybody else's name was pretty and cursive. Her name was in Times New Roman. I say, wow. Okay. But let's just play along and say that there was a towel with Stacey name on it. It still doesn't take away that there was not a robe or a toiletry bag with her name on it. So Stacey going to go hug Gizelle to me is foolish. What's good, Desiree? They probably misspelled her name and they had to go over it again with a different. Oh, okay, you're right. You're right, Desiree, because that is ghetto. That Kiana is ghetto. I'm sorry, it is. It's eclectic. You know how y'all do, y'all. Okay. Yeah, it was foolish to me, right? And for me, if I'm Stacey, there would be no making it right with me unless Gizelle sent me a robe and a toiletry bag that was pink and waffle textured, just like everybody else's. Okay? But in my mind, it's crazy, but in my mind, I definitely think that Gizelle has a robe and a bag with her name on it, and she's just planning to give it to her at the end of the trip. Okay? So we'll see next week. Okay? But it's real interesting to me to see how like the tides has changed, because now we know that Stacey is one of Andy's favorites and one of his darlings. So it's going to be interesting to see how she's going to pull her weight in the future when it comes to the women. Because if I'm Stacey, if I didn't have no robe or no bag with my name on it, I would have left. I would have left. Period. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gonna show you, baby. She would have been calling all over Nevis to give me something with my name and stuff on it. Okay, so they ended up having a talk. Child, I can't believe that we get into the talk again. Okay, Gizelle and Wendy needed to talk about the table thing and what happened. And Gizelle wanted to do it privately, but the other girls said that they want to see what was going on. They want to be a part of the talk. So basically, Kilolo is mad at Gizelle because Gizelle didn't reach out to her after she had the fight. Okay. Gizelle basically said, like she said at the reunion, listen, I left the GNA event. I got on the plane. I went to the hospital where my daddy was having surgery for a brain tumor. My daddy had cancer and my daddy died. Okay? So she said, while you was calling the plastic surgeon, I was making funeral arrangements. I say, my God. My God. Baby, while you was calling the plastic surgeon, I was making funeral arrangements.
Look how she ate that.
She ate Kiana up. She ate Kiana up. Then she told her, you were the furthest thing from my mind. And if anybody else made that comment to Kiana, Kiana would have got up and had a fit. Kiana would have got up and had a fit. That girl say, why you was calling the plastic surgeon. I say, y'all, okay? And so it's so funny because we talked about this 2 reunions ago. And it's so funny to see how people's views change, because in the moment, I remember I agreed with Gizelle. I thought that it was crazy for Kiana to get into a fight where she hit the person first and think that someone was supposed to call her because she got hit upside the head with a bottle. Especially a person who lost their dad, right? And y'all was telling me, oh, Gizelle daddy was a colorist. He a colorist. Fuck that dead nigga. That's what y'all was telling me. Yes, y'all was telling me that. He was a colorist. You know what he said about Barbara Jordan? Y'all was doing all of that. And I'm like, baby, Kiana, baby, why would Gizelle have to call her? I could see if Gizelle had hired security and something had happened to Kiana, right? But I don't think that Gizelle should have reached out to Kiana, especially if her daddy died. Kiana passed the first lick. And the thing with Kiana, she lacks accountability. And what she fails to realize is that she could have lost her life. She could have lost her life. When you fight, I'm telling you, I have my sister, her cousin, baby, got one eye, walking around with a glass eye to this day. Baby was going to see a fight in the club and got hit in the eye. Okay, and then Kiana was even in the back of the ambulance. I don't know if y'all heard. Listen to what she said in the back of the ambulance. She said, "I don't even know what happened. We was fighting, and then she hit me in the head." What was she supposed to do?
You was a stupid motherfucker.
What was she supposed to do? When you fight somebody, to me, I feel like when you fight somebody, you damn near trying to kill them. You trying to do whatever you got to do to win. What did you think the girl was supposed to do? We was fighting and she hit me in the head. What was she supposed to hit you in the shoulder? What? And the thing is, Kiana, you should have been mad at Candace and Wendy or whoever it was there else that was there that you considered a friend, because not only did you get hit upside the head with a bottle, not only did you get upside the head with a bottle, you got jumped. You got jumped. And none of your soldiers went to war with you. None of your soldiers went to war with you. Candace was doing all that talking. She picked up a bottle. She did not throw it. Wendy wasn't doing nothing. Nobody did nothing for you. You got jumped. You got jumped and nobody did nothing for you. And you sitting up here worried about a phone call. Okay? Kiana said that she told this to Gizelle before at the reunion. She did. Okay? Then she went on to say that Wendy said that Gizelle wasn't safe. Wendy said that she said it to her face. So did Kay. But I don't remember Wendy saying to Giselle's face that she was a snake, or I don't remember Wendy saying that she was a snake per se, right? And this is what I'm saying about Kay. I think that she's dumb, right? And she doesn't know how to argue. I'm willing to bet Wendy has talked about Gizelle to Kiana behind her back after they made up. But Kiana be so caught up that she can't think quick on her feet. She can't think quickly on her feet. Okay? What I think that Kiana is really mad at is because Gizelle said that she started the fight or she ignited the fight. And two things can be right at the same time, right? Deborah was trying to throw the drink on Candace, and she hit Kiana in the process. And so for some half of the viewing public, they're going to be like, oh, girl, Kiana, she didn't hit you. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to go at Candace and you jumped in, right? She hit you, but she wasn't trying to, right? But to Kiana and some people, they probably feel like, well, girl, but she did hit me in the process, right? And so I feel like, you know, that's up to Kiana, because I'm not the person that's being hit. I don't know how hard that girl elbow was when she hit Kiana, right? But she did actually touch her, so I get it. I can see both sides. But Kiana talking about you would have did that for anybody, and you still saying you would have did that to anybody. And this is what I say, that you act like you slow, because Wendy them was standing right there and they didn't do nothing for you. They didn't do nothing for you. Candace wasn't gonna do nothing but bump her gums. Mia had to go and tell Candace, shut up. You ain't gonna do nothing, girl. Shut up. Reality TV got real in that moment. It ain't just about talking no more. It ain't just about showing out in front of the cameras. I remember Mia having to go and grab Candace and tell Candace in her face, girl, shut up. Okay? Kay said that she is a high maintenance friend. I'm not a high maintenance friend. I'm not a high maintenance friend, and I don't need any high maintenance friends. Listen, I have a hard time computing all my thoughts in one day. I'm just not that friend, right? I don't have to talk to you, everybody, every day, or I don't have to talk to people every day. It'd be some days where I just be on my own. It don't be nothing wrong. It's just be me trying to, work through my thoughts, right? Kay admitted that she's a high maintenance friend, but I think to Kiana, she think it's cute. To ghetto people, they think birth defects is cute. Like, ghetto people think that, you be having some girls like, well, I love me a nigga with bow legs. Baby, that is a birth defect. You get what I'm saying? I like me a nigga with braces. His teeth is crooked, bitch. That is baby, his teeth are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I think she think that she's a high maintenance friend. She think it's cute because the high maintenance is on it. The high maintenance is on it. Baby, that's not cute. That's not cute. Kiana, you gotta grow up, baby. I'm a high maintenance friend. I told y'all that's not cute, baby. It's ghetto. It's ghetto.
I get ghetto.
Get ghetto. Not a birthday. It's a birthday fact. It's a birthday fact. Okay? But I know that Kay is a high maintenance person, and that's the issue that she was having with Greg. Nothing was good enough for her, right? Remember, y'all, Greg was filming the show. Greg mama was filming the show. Greg brother was filming the show. The cameras was in Greg's house. The cameras was at Greg's job. Greg showed up to every couple's event. Greg showed up to the reunion. Kiana is upset because she said that he's not supporting her because he didn't want to film the show, even though he's filming the show. That doesn't make sense. No, I don't want to film the show. I don't want to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm doing it because I love you. But that's not good enough for her. And the audience, this is the crazy part about the audience where I'll be like, I'm dying on a hill by myself. The audience can see this, right? And people will still get online and do reviews and bash Greg and say Greg ain't shit. Because we are in a men bashing day of time, right? What men are always made what men are made the problem, right? Greg was doing everything right. Greg was doing everything right. No, baby, Kiana was wrong. Kiana was wrong. How could y'all get on how could y'all get on Twitter and get on YouTube and say that Greg was wrong in the relationship with Kiana and he's not supporting Kiana when he's on the show? He got his house on the show. He got his job on the show. His mama clocked in. His brother clocked in. He had every couple's event. He done even went to the reunion and they didn't even need him. He done went to the reunion and stayed backstage. The only thing they did was bring Eddie out. Bring Eddie out. He has supported this girl. And y'all get online and say, Greg ain't shit. How? How? Y'all just running when he ain't shit because that's what Kiana told y'all. But Kiana, also he ain't supporting her girl. And we see nothing but support coming from the man. That's all we see is support. Kiana could be wrong, okay? Tia tries to smooth everything over with them. And Gizelle ended it by telling Kay that she loves her and she wants the best for her. And did y'all hear what Kiana said? Kiana said, noted, like she was still mad.
Get that bitch out of here.
Get that bitch out of here. I'm sick of her fucking attitude. Get that bitch out of here. It's time for her to go. I love you and I want the best for you, and all you gonna tell me is noted? Get her out of here. Pack her up. Pack her up. It's time for her to go. They just hate the black man. They did. They do. Yeah, get her out of here. All she gonna do is complain. Kay's still mad. You know why she mad, baby? Because Gizelle ate her up. She knows Gizelle ate her up. Gizelle said, baby, I was making funeral arrangements, baby. I was making funeral arrangements, baby. You was calling the plastic surgeon. Oh, Jesus. Baby, I was making funeral arrangements, baby. You was calling the plastic surgeon, baby. You was the furthest thing from my mind. Okay? And so they ended up going to the restaurant. The restaurant where they got dressed up on the yacht, took a showers or whatever, and it was a beautiful view. And I gotta give it up. Gizelle really had the girl sit in this trip. I would say that she was a great host, but the shit that she did to Angel and Stacey, to me, are unforgivable. It's unforgivable for me coming from the host. The stuff that she did was cool, but coming from the host, it's unforgivable, and I'll die on the hill. Okay? So when they got to the place where they was eating at, I'm sick of her and her nasty entitled stuff. Who are you talking about? Kiana or Gizelle? Angel was a flop on Watch What Happens Live. Now, Big Marie, she was better than Kiki. She was better than Kilolo. She was better than Kilolo. And Big Marie Dollar Signs, I'm so glad that you brought it up. Can we talk about Watch What Happens Live real quick? I feel like Andy got some lawsuits coming. Andy, I'm sorry. Andy let his hair down last night, baby. He let the rap loose. He took the rap down last night, baby. Andy, lately Andy had been, I guess he probably was on some edibles or he probably did a line. Woo! sort of, they say they do coke and stuff backstage. That's what Kathy Griffin said. I don't think with Angie now he did it. But last night, he was in the thing because it was a bachelorette party last night. And Andy had played this game where he was asking the girls the questions. And if they got the question, if they answered the question, they get to whoop him with a whip. And it was Angel and it was some girl, another girl that was there. I don't know her name, but she was she really did good. All I know is that she's supposed to be hosting the Salt Lake City panel at BravoCon, okay? And so as they was answering questions, Andy was bending over and they was hitting Andy on the butt with a whip. Andy was bending over and they was hitting Andy on the butt with a whip. Now, recently, anytime you ask Andy about something, he would be like, oh, that's an HR issue, that's an HR issue. But these girls, Angel specifically, because I don't think that the girl works for Bravo who was there. For all I know that she hosts a podcast or something like that. But Angel definitely works for Bravo. And Andy bent over and was getting hit with a whip. But this is what took the cake. It was a man, it was a woman at the bar from Stranger Things. And they are on the Broadway play for Stranger Things. Andy said that Angel and the girl wouldn't hit him hard enough. So Andy asked the man, because it was a man and a woman at the bar. Andy asked the man to come from the bar and to come over there. And because they wouldn't hit him hard enough, he wanted the man to hit him. Because they wouldn't hit him hard enough. He wanted to bend over and let the man hit him on the ass with the whip because they wasn't hitting him hard enough. I say, Andy, girl, they gonna get you, bitch. Maybe I was looking at Watch What Happens Live this morning, like, oh my God, Andy, are you serious? Yeah, I kept on thinking this is an HR issue. This is an HR issue, right, B. Spencer? Assume the fucking position. Oh yes, I wouldn't lie to you, baby. That's what happened. Yes, he did. He was horny that night. Yes, he was. It was very cringe. Watch What Happened Live's production made the game. It wasn't Andy's idea. Blue tags. He read the rules though. He was reading the script just like everybody else. When he said, "Oh, I'm gonna be the one." Let's get. Oh, baby, no, baby, ain't nobody hit me with no will. Okay. So, the food was pre-ordered. And so as soon as they sat down, the people started bringing the food out. Okay. So they started talking about Jassi wedding. So apparently, Jassi asked Stacey to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. And y'all, I know how to say bridesmaid, but I'm saying bridesmaid. Shout out to Nene Nevis, okay? And Stacey declined. Now I'm trying to understand, what did Jassi learn about Stacey so much that she asked Stacey to be in her wedding? Okay? And so Stacey said, I won't be in the wedding, but I will be attending the wedding. I have business. I got business opportunities that I have to attend to, so I won't be able to be in the wedding. But I would love to to go to the wedding. Okay. Now, Gizelle said that Stacey didn't think that Jassi would be coming back, so she declined to be in the wedding, and she wasn't even planning on going to the wedding until Jassi joined the show. Now, I do believe that. Stacey, I believe that, baby. Stacey, you that type of girl. Stacey. You that type of girl. And I believe that Stacey people move like that in the world. People move like that in the world, right? If she ain't coming back, then why do I gotta waste my time being friends with her? Girl, how does she even know that though? Because that's how they move. They probably didn't go to the wedding. What's good, Callie? I think her and Stacey became friends outside the show and Mia stood them up with her lies. Listen, Callie, they bonded over there when Mia stood them up, but they weren't really friends like that. They was the only two people that was, the only reason why they went over there with Mia, I believe, you see none of the other women went, right? Because they know Mia full of shit. They only went over there with Mia because Mia was in the peach last year, bitch. Not bitch like you, Callie, but I'm just saying, don't be no fool. They thought Mia was mother last year, baby. Mia was mother last year. And so that's the only reason why they went. The rest of the girls know better. Let's be clear. Nobody else from the show went to Mia's event last year. But they went because Mia was Muslim. Okay? So then Tia brought up that Jassi told her the day before that she edited and filtered her pictures online. And so Tia was like, I went and did some investigating myself, baby. And a lot of your pictures are filtered as well. Okay? And Jassi was like, yeah, I do filter my pictures, but most of my pictures aren't filtered. Okay? And then Tia also brought up that she was trying to smooth things over with Angel, and Jassi was trying to hype it back up. And so Jassi started pointing her fork at her, and Angel was like, girl, please don't point that fork at me. And she was like, oh, I'm going to point my fork. And she started saying this, Tia speaks in this British accent and act like she don't know what's going on. But she knows exactly what's been going on. Now, I do agree with you there, Jassi. I do agree with you there. I think that Tia is shady and she plays dumb. But I do not think that she knows all the lingo of the culture, right? Gizelle don't even know it. But I do think Tia knows what's going on, okay? Now, did y'all catch how Gizelle was in the confession, let it be known that she didn't approve of Jassi pointing that fork? Because I'm telling you, Gizelle is the one who brought Tia in. That's why you're not going to see Gizelle hazing Tia like that. She told Tia, her shady name for Tia is that she is a stylist, right? But Gizelle made it a point to get in the confessional and to say that Jassi was out of line for pointing that fork. Yes, she did. Okay? And at this point, I felt like Jassi was auditioning for her flute. Okay? She was upset because the day before, when they was at Mr. Sunshine wanted to take a picture with them. And he wanted Jassi to be next to him. And at a certain point, he had whispered to Jassi that she was his favorite. And so when they got into the van, Tia said that Darius had competition. And Jassi started yelling and said, and you said that to me 14 days before my wedding. And everybody was like, girl, that is tongue-in-cheek. What she was saying was tongue-in-cheek. And she was like, it's not funny or tongue-in-cheek because Darius doesn't have any competition. Jassi, calm down. Jassi, mama, you're doing too much. And Jassi, to me, Jassi was acting like Darius was a starter or something. Right? She acted like he was a starter or like he was the star athlete. She acted like we was talking about Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes. Or what's the girl named Ashley? Haley, Josh Allen. She acted like that she was talking about like a real bona fide super NFL superstar or something. I could see if she was doing that over like a LeBron James, right? This nigga don't even come off the bench because he don't even suit up. He don't even suit up. You doing all of this over a motherfucking Darius Harris?
Oh.
Sheesh.
Girl, pipe down. Pipe down. You're doing all of this over Darius? Okay? So Kiana say, girl, we talking about Sunshine, the man with 2 dreads and 2 teeth. And Bravo showed a side-by-side of Darius and Sunshine. And baby, they look like twins to me. I saw father and son. Put a 2 in the chat. I saw father and son. I saw Junior. I saw Krishan Jr. I'm just telling you what I saw. I saw Junior. I seen father and son. They look like twins to me. He looked like he could be his daddy. Okay? And poor Mr. Sunshine. I feel like that Mr. Sunshine was very welcoming to them. I feel like that Mr. Sunshine came out. He cooked their food, they sell himself. He came out and bought them drinks. He kept on bringing them drinks and stuff. And for them to drag this man like that on this show, I'm pretty sure everybody in Nevis knew that Mr. Sunshine was going to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac. And he was waiting for this to come out, for them to be at his restaurant. You get what I'm saying? And him being on TV and they host him. And y'all talk about that man like that. I thought that was nasty. Kiana, that was very nasty of you. And I don't think that any of the girls shaded him. But Kiana, that was very nasty of you. That man was very nice to the ladies. I don't think that he could have did that. I don't think that was right. I did not like that. Okay. Now I don't know how many horses they ate at this restaurant because baby they was there from the morning to nighttime, and they talk about him like that. Why would y'all do? I don't like that. I did not like that. That man came to his job and cooked for y'all, myself, He came and gave y'all shots. That man was very nice and welcoming to y'all. That's the most that we ever seen from anybody. Because to be honest, girl, the Real Housewives of Potomac girls ain't really nothing like that. Y'all been putting on a good season though. But Kiana, you was wrong for that. Especially somebody who got they flu from getting hit upside the head. Okay? So this is when the good shit get happen, okay? So they rapped. They rapped at the restaurants. The cameras was down and the mics was down. And Angel and Jassi were on the cart, and they was having this real spirited conversation where Angel was she was real spirited, right? And she was saying, baby, she is trash. She's trash. That she's snaggle-toothed, stringy-haired, ugly trash, right? Snaggle-toothed, stringy hair, ugly, trash. And I thought that she was talking about Wendy.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Be very clear.
I thought that she was talking about Wendy. And she showed a picture, and I thought they were going to show us a picture of Wendy, but it wasn't Wendy. Okay? But the women heard it. So on her cart that she was with, because they was on the boat at first, and then they got on the cart. And on the cart, she was sitting next to Jassi, and Wendy and Stacey was sitting right behind her. And you know, they heard every word. They knew exactly what she was talking about. Okay? So keep that in mind. That Stacey and Angel, it was Stacey and Wendy was at the back of the cart, but Angel was there talking to Jassi. And remember, Wendy, Stacey, and Jassi were all roommates. Okay? So then we get to the bachelorette party. Okay? Gizelle is the ringmaster. Gizelle look good. And the stovepipe legs and stuff, they look good when you put stockings and stuff on them. They do look good when you put stockings and stuff on them. Okay? Ashley was an astronaut. Can we have a real talk and no shade? Ashley is giving me real Rachel Dolezal with these braids. She is giving me real Rachel Dolezal tease. I'm sorry. Okay? Tia was a modest slut. Okay, some stuff up underneath. Okay, she wasn't gonna get the girls too much. She's a mother. Okay, and her daughters will never be running in and out the house. Okay, when she out of town. Okay, then we got Kiana. Kiana was a cowgirl, not like Cowboy Carter cowgirl. She was a cowgirl, like a literal cow. Okay, we had Angel. She was an angel. Boring. I'm sorry, Angel. Baby, it was boring. Angel, baby, listen. Angel, I'm not trying to be funny. You do the angel like your name is already Angel. Angel. And Torrid, I done been in Torrid before. I done been in Avenue. I done been in Lane Bryant. I don't listen. The girls don't be caring. And you could have gave us something else, okay? Stacey was a maid. And Wendy was a professor. Child, boring. I'm breaking up? Okay, let me see. The sound is glitching. It might be, see, I told y'all it was StreamYard. It ain't me, let me see. All my bars are here. But give me. Hey, can y'all hear me? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Still glistens, yes, but it's still cracking. Y'all, it ain't me. So Wendy was born, but Stacey wasn't. Gabor. Aaliyah, all I'm saying, Aaliyah, all I'm saying is that Wendy was the professor before, and she was especially was a professor before she started doing fraud. It's definitely you. Janae, it ain't me. Can still hear, but it's shaking. You back. It ain't me, baby. Glitching going in and out. It ain't me, baby. It's StreamYard. Yes, it sounds like you heard the cat shells chopped and screwed. Okay, y'all, let me see. Um, it ain't me, StreamYard, so I don't really know what to do. Jay, I hate when they do the sexy parties on the Housewives to make no sense. Clear your cachet in your bars. It's not. It's you, not us. No, it's not y'all. It's StreamYard. Is what I'm saying. Hold on, let me see. Why you assume she was automatically talking about Wendy Gabor? Because I seen her mama last night. I seen somebody send me a picture of her mama last night on Wife Swap, and I saw stringy hair, trash. Wendy body is tea. I mean, I wouldn't say it's tea. Let me go out and come back in. Better say it's better if you turn off your Wi-Fi, and you better say people say it's better if you turn off your data and use Wi-Fi. Gracie Blood, I'm using Wi-Fi. I'm using Wi-Fi. Let me see. Okay, give me like 2 minutes, y'all. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi on my computer and then turn it back on and see what's going and see what happens. Okay, give me. I don't want to do that. That's gonna be taking too long. Can y'all hear me? Sue look. Can y'all hear me? Are you using the Bluetooth microphone? My microphone is plugged into the back of my computer. Desiree. Can y'all hear me? Okay, it's StreamYard. It is StreamYard. That's why it took me a while to come in. It was StreamYard. I told y'all that when StreamYard was messing up, Big Ange attacking your stream. But I'm a fan of Big Ange. I come from a family that has said women. I can't stand a sorry person, period. It ain't just, it's so choppy, the sound goes, okay, let me go out and come back in. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully it's better, y'all. I know it ain't my Wi-Fi because usually when my Wi-Fi is messing up, I can turn it off and come back in, and it take a minute. But my Wi-Fi basically told me, bitch, it ain't me. Okay, so can y'all hear me now? Gabor, your internet does not started going on until you started hating on Wendy. Just now your internet knows you are better than this. It's StreamYard, it's choppy. Yeah, I didn't like it. The weight loss age to me, Miss Hollywood. Same choppiness. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's still glitchy. No, you're in and out. Wow, still chopping screw. Shout out to DJ Screw. Good boy, I'm disappointed. You're normally on point. I am sorry. I don't know what to do. Still choppy, but keep going. Good boy, I didn't consider this. Why are you going in and out like a penis? Oh, we can still hear you though. But if you gonna hear, y'all hear me because you feel me. Keep going. Keep going. It's not better, but okay, go on and talk. Okay, Wendy's mom put a root on your 855. StreamYard, count your days. It's StreamYard, y'all. I'm sorry. The show must go on, Beyonce. Okay. So where I'm at, okay? So Wendy was the professor. Wendy is the. I only got one tab open. I only got one tab open. Okay, it's improving. Okay. So let me go. Okay. So Wendy was the professor. Better. Okay. So Gizelle wanted everybody to give Jassi a lap dance. And did y'all hear Kiana talking about? That's all I'm giving you. Kiana said, "Look, I'm not for all this bull dagging shit. I'm not for all this dagging. I ain't no dagger. I ain't no dagger. Okay." And so we're not gonna talk about everybody that went up there or whatever. We're gonna talk about 2 people that went because I feel like it was a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay. Firstly, I'll talk about Ashley. Ashley reminds me of Michael. I feel like that Ashley takes every opportunity she can to get inappropriate with the girls. She do it. She do it. Ashley had a chocolate pen. Ashley had a chocolate pen, and she wrote a D on Jassi's chest, and then she licked it off. It was just so nasty and cringe. And I'm not no prude. I'm not a prude. But Ashley, I see why her and Michael are together. I just think that it was too much. I think that we already having fun with the whips and the handcuffs and the chains and stuff like that. But I feel like licking somebody is taking it too far. You're taking it too far. And the thing with Ashley is you can consider yourself being sex positive and you can get on TV and flutter around and whore around and you know what I'm saying? You know, do what you want to do, not to do that. So you always coming up after Stacey for everything that she do is crazy. I feel like you licking on that girl was too much. And Jassi, I felt like that you should have considered it too much too, being that you mad that somebody's saying that Darius got competition the way that Ashley just licked all on your chest. That was nasty to me. Nasty. Okay? And so then we get Angel. Angel says that she's punishing Jassi. And Jassi said, "Why am I being punishment? What was my crime?" And she said, "You have a big mouth." I said, "Wow." And she said, "Do I have a big mouth? That may be the reason why I'm getting married." Okay? And so Angel put some cuffs on her. And then she spanked her or something. And so, you know, Gizelle was like, "Girl, does she have a big mouth because Darius?" And so Angel said, "Not to y'all." Basically, she said something that she wasn't supposed to say. And Angel, I need you to say what you're saying. I need you to say what you're saying. Girl, where is the chin checker at? Where is Erica James when we need her? Where is the chin checker at? I need you to say what you want to say, okay? And so then Wendy, what were you talking about when we were on the boat? Because I never heard you talk like that before. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's Vaseline. That's what Wendy was doing and what they was doing over here with Angel this last 10 minutes of the episode was Vaseline. They wanted to ease it in. They was playing in her face. They was playing in her face. I never heard you talk like that before. Girl, that's fluffer. To fluff you up. To fluff you up. She knew exactly, trust and believe, Wendy knew exactly what you was talking about on the back of that boat, on the back of that golf cart. And she wanted you to talk like that before. Girl, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Put a 7 in the chat if you feel me. I'm just being real. Girl, she was easing it in. That's what I call Vaseline. That's what I call Vaseline. She wasn't really direct with it. She wanted to ease it in. Quit playing in my face, because now you're playing in my face. And she's talking about, because I never really talk like that. Okay? So Angel said that somebody messaged Jassi about her and gave her the correct information. And so Jassi said that, yeah, I pulled her to the side and told her that she heard, and because that's not the Angel, that's not who Angel has showed me. That's not the Angel who, wait a minute, what did she say? She said, that's not who Angel showed me who she is. That's bullshit. That's more Vaseline. That's more Vaseline. That's more Vaseline. That's bullshit. Okay? So Jassi said, I didn't ask for the information, but we kind of know the same people. And some people gave me the background tea on Miss Angel, and she's not the nicest person. Okay? This is what she said. This is what she said, okay? So Angel said, this is where I'm going to take over. Okay? She said that when she first started dating Bobby, there was a woman who reached out to her when she was in Chicago, and she befriended her. Bobby's agent, what's good, CW? Wendy thinks she's taking Robin's spot. Now, yeah, she do. Jassi told on herself. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that amongst people who think like me, who understand what's going on here. Because I was looking at Twitter and I'm like, what is going on? What are y'all talking? I understand the Angel hating the Angel. You got some stuff that you got to take up with this. But baby, I see the game that was being played, baby. I see the game that was being played. Okay? Angel said that there was a woman who reached out to her when she was in Chicago and she befriended her. And Bobby's agent, mentor, and financial advisor were on a three-way call. And they called Bobby and told Bobby that Angel had stole money, some birth control, because she was trying to get pregnant without his knowledge. Okay? Now, Ashley let us know that it was $30,000. It was $30,000 that she stole. Okay? And she said that the girl from Chicago who she befriended is the one who told Bobby's agent that information. And when she found out, she let her have it. Okay? Now, obviously that's not true, but I don't think that shit ain't true unless a person tells me it ain't true. And she never not one time said this ain't true. Right? Now, that's the craziest lot of makeup. Be Spencer, baby, when the girls are getting next to a millionaire and they can change, it's all kind of treacherous shit that go on in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball league. The girl probably befriended her, baby. Her cousin probably was Bobby's ex-girlfriend or something. Right? Right. It's money on the field. It's money on the field. She did it. I believe she definitely stole the $30,000. No, I don't know. She didn't tell me that she didn't do it, so I don't know. You don't have to come out and tell me that she did it. And my thing is, I wanted her to talk about it last night on Watch Out, but she never even talked about it. Okay? And so she asked Jassi, because you told your side of the story, you should have shut it down. The door is closed. You told your side of the story, and you should have shut it down. But when you leave the door cracked and ask her, did you hear it another way? You gave her the opportunity to ease her shit on through there. Okay? What I think happened, thank you for the super chat, CW. She said Jassi, maybe Angel could have helped. Jassi, maybe Angel could have helped you trap a man. Maybe you didn't have to compete with two baby mamas. Oh, thank you for the super chat, CW. It's one baby mama, it's two kids though. It's one baby mama, but it's two kids. What I think happened was Wendy went back and told Jassi. Remember, Wendy has already been saying that the girl had threw shade at Angel. I mean, the Angel was throwing shade at Jassi, player with Darius, when she said, my man been starting for 10 years. Remember, Wendy was reaching, and I believe that they went back to that villa, and they talked about it, and Wendy got into Jassi's ear, and they went and put this on the table. They wanted to put this on the floor, and they were going to bring it up. Okay? And so Jassi said there was an eyewitness to how you treated another person. And Angel had the reputation of being very mean and nasty to someone. And what she said was, and I didn't have the backstory. And I was concerned, especially after hearing that she didn't want me to be on the trip.
Oh.
So that is right there. She told on herself. She got the over talking. I was especially concerned after hearing that she didn't want me to be on the trip. See, Gizelle went and said that because Angel didn't say that. And see, this is the thing. When somebody said that I said something that I didn't say, we gonna make it clear. Bitch, I didn't tell you that. I didn't want the girl on the trip. I told you to invite Sharice. I didn't know that it was supposed to be 8 or 9 girls and that was only people that were supposed to be. All I did was tell you to invite Sharice on the trip. I never told you not to invite Jassi. I didn't even know the girl. And so what I think Jassi wanted to bring it on the flow that Angel was a mean girl. Okay? And Jassi kept on, and I was wondering if this is someone I should be getting close to. It's more Vaseline. I was especially concerned, girl. You wasn't concerned. What Monique tell them? Season 3, girl. Season 4, concerned. Everybody concerned all of a sudden. Everybody all of a sudden concerned when they want to be messy. Okay? And so the women started saying, well, I feel like that Jassi did a good thing by bringing it to her one-on-one and not saying it to the group. And then Gizelle was like, girl, you seemed upset. Are you mad at the story or are you mad at Jassi? And she said she didn't know. And see, Angel, you do know. You do know. You know. She said, I'm mad at Jassi. I don't know Jassi. And I feel like she was going on a mission to dig up dirt on her, on me. Like I'm speaking as Angel girl, and you know she did. You know she did. She definitely went on a mission to dig up dirt on you. You overthinking it because you're trying to find the pulse of the viewers. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. The girl definitely, I believe that it was a flame set up under her by Wendy by saying that your boy was Gizelle, they didn't want you on the trip. And I think that Gizelle said that specifically to get dirt on you because she knew that she was around wags. And they want to get dirt on you to bring it back to the show. I definitely believe that 100%. Okay? And so Angel feels that. So Angel was like, look, I'm tired of everything being about me. She said this happened in 2016 and Ashley and Black King, but they done told this bitch. They done went over here and told her, and she ain't even a wag. She a wag of practice players, but she ain't even a wag. So it's still being brought up. And so Angel leaves, and the girls could have continued to party like they did when Kay left, but they didn't. Right? So Angel go outside, and she called Bobby. To me, Kay was doing the most. Kay was doing the most, trying to seem like a supportive friend. Kay asked the girl in front of the cameras at least 6 or 7 times, you okay? You sure? Because you seem upset. But are you sure? Okay, you gonna talk to Bobby? Okay, you upset? You look upset. You obviously upset. Angel, you're crying. We didn't even know Angel was crying until she said it. And the cameras zoomed in until we could see her face wet. But are you sure though? Right? But Angel, come on, you upset. You sure? Come on. But Angel, you sure though? You're not gonna be mad? I'm like, girl, what are you? Kay, she said that she was good. She said that she was good. What's up? Okay? Now, I'm trying to understand how does Jassi have a big mouth? Because I still don't understand how Angel is saying that Jassi has a big mouth because she didn't. I believe that she told Wendy that, but you said that she didn't tell Wendy. If she told, who else did she tell? She must have called somebody and told somebody, and it got back to her that quick. Or what I'm thinking is Angel probably got back to her room, probably called the girl who Jassi was telling her about. Okay? And so, Angel, I will say this, Angel. You kind of got yourself in this situation because you brought up the big mouth comment. You brought up the big mouth comment. You should have kept your mouth shut. You didn't have to tell that story to Jassi. That story that you told, I would have taken it to the grave. That I stole $30,000 and would stop taking my birth control. Okay? I would not have said that, Cam. Jassi would have to bring the story up for it. They was going to do it anyway, girl. You just fell for it. Okay? So Kay comes back in. Kay says the angel is in a fragile space. Wendy said, we all know the rules of engagement. We all don't know the rules of engagement, Wendy. Wendy, you starting to piss me off. Fuck up! You starting to piss me off. You starting to piss me off. Angel don't know the rules of engagement. This is her first season. Okay? She said that Jassi could have brought this up without cameras or microphones. Angel questioning Jassi's intent is an example of Angel living in misery. Wendy, but you asked her about it in front of the group. You knew what they was talking about, and you asked her about it in front of the group. So now I have to question the intent. Please believe that Jassi, Stacey, and Wendy was in a villa, and Angel is still looking for some camaraderie from Wendy since they both went to Temple. But Wendy has a habit of treating people from her past very poorly. Very poorly. And I think that Wendy is playing on that, which is why she is the one who asked the question. Right? She said that Angel is making everything about her. Everything about her, she makes it what it's not, which is not true. And whether it's with love, whether it's out of respect, in front of the cameras, out of the cameras, it's never good enough for her. She always acting like we're attacking her. And that makes it so uncomfortable for me to engage with her because no matter what we do, she thinks that we're trying to get at her. Y'all have been trying to get at the girl. Gizelle saying that my 600 pounds life in my face and I'm seeing $150 on Instagram, that was attacking her. That was attacking her. That was not out of love. That was not out of respect. If Gizelle felt that way, she should have said it behind the camera. So Gizelle was trying to fat shame her. And I'm waiting to see how the professor is going to put this whole she didn't graduate story on Angel. Because what do you mean? You said that in front of the cameras. It was not out of respect. It was not out of love to shame the girl. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. This is crazy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the way that they're doing her. I don't. And I'm upset, me and my homegirls. Okay? But y'all, that was the episode. Okay? Let me read a couple of comments. I don't know. I'm seeing some comments. They say it's still choppy. Hopefully, when it's go up after the live, it ain't still choppy. Didn't Wendy go off on Ashley on her first trip, damn near crying? That was her second trip after she had the mommy makeover. We know about the sound, girl. What sound? It's clear now. It's clear. Okay. The sound is really bad for me. It's choppy for me. I'm sorry. Wendy, if I wasn't watching the show, I would have believed you. Right. Right. Wow, now your audio is clear. Look at God. Look at God. StreamYard is definitely playing games. It's StreamYard, y'all. It's StreamYard. This has been the worst trip for Angel. Quick, right? This is the only trip for Angel. This is the only trip for Angel. My God. The sound is good as soon as you finish the review. Chasing Gizelle around the house saying she's going to kick her ass. Right. Yeah, it sounds perfect now. I need them to go ahead and start back throwing drinks instead of tears at this point. Right. Angel gives me like she wants to fight the girls, but no, she can't do it in front of the cameras on this platform. I want her to fight the girls. I'm ready for her to start chin checking. She's trying to be a Michelle Obama. Michelle said that she like Mama D. I want to see Angel do some chin checking too, Desiree. Was that Angel's last scene? No, she was on Watch What Happens Live last night. Stream your 10 check, you poor angel. Holy Ghost fire. Wendy Mama attempted to ruin lives. Wendy is getting all too big for her britches. She is. She is, and she's the ultimate mean girl. Angel needs to get it together or else giving one and done. No, simply. We got to give her a chance. We got to give her a chance. Wendy had a drink splash and then went to look at kitty cats. Girl, right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Gabor, you catch the preview for next week? I did not. Fight back, Angel. Redo the live. Are y'all crazy? I understand where Angel was coming from and watch what happens live. Ciao. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He say Angel being on this show is Karen's fault. Karen hit that tree and now we got to deal with Angel. She's not meant for the show. Bring Mia back. Angel, you ain't built for this. Yeah, she built for this, but y'all playing in her face. Y'all playing in her face. Thank you for the super chat, Q. I think Angel might get another shot because she stole the 30K from her husband. But she didn't talk about it and watch what happens live. She stole the 30K from her husband. Baby stole the 30K and hid the birth control. But the story don't even make sense. Well, I don't believe the story because if she was, her oldest child ain't nothing but 4 years old. So that means that she had that baby during the pandemic, the first baby during the pandemic, and the second baby is 2. That was 2016. So she definitely wasn't hiding no birth control. You feel what I'm saying? If she was hiding birth control, that means that the oldest baby will be 9 years old. Okay? But my thing is this, so y'all get up off my girl. I feel like some of y'all don't like my girl. I feel like that y'all don't think that Angel deserves to be there because she heavy set. I do feel like that y'all do that to, I feel like that y'all do that to heavy set people. And I'm not here for that. I'm not gonna let y'all do it. I like Angel. Angel needs to pick one target and go off. Right. The story don't make sense at all. Desperate girls can get crafty. Angel sat there and said that she didn't Photoshop these pictures. She can't be trusted. Oh my God, Aaliyah, now you right. It's given the other wags been trashing Angel. But see, Angel is a mean girl though. I do think that Angel can be nasty. I do think that Angel can be nasty because she could be nasty. She could be. It was something that she did earlier with Stacey to me. I can't think of exactly what she did, but it was what was they at? It was something she said about Stacey earlier in the season, where I felt like that she felt like that she was in the in crowd with Gizelle them. It was something that Ashley Ball that she said about Stacey, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but I felt like that she thought that she was more in on the in crowd. But I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, she could be nasty. I believe that she could be nasty. What did she say? Kiana said, yeah, I know, I can fight. Let me think. Yeah, her breath. Yeah, she said that her breath was tart. Yes, she did. She said that her breath was tart over there laughing with the girls. Over there laughing, she sure did. She said that her breath was tart. Her breath was hot. Why is Monique? And then girl sent the girl some motherfucking Tic Tacs at her house. Had some Tic Tacs. Yes, she did. It was the breath mints at the house too. Yes, she did. Yes. Yeah, see, you could be, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And see, that's why Stacey was over there in the house with Wendy them. See? That's why Stacey was over there in the house with Wendy them. And remember, Stacey said that she tried to reach out to her and Angel paid her dust. Monique returns next week. What you mean returns? When y'all say return, it makes it seem like that she made an impact. Monique returns next week. What that mean, Richie Morris? Return. Words mean stuff. Monique, you need to be saying Monique is coming crawling back next week. Monique is crawling back next week. Did y'all buy some of the oils? Every time I tried to buy some of the oils, y'all, it was sold out. And I tried to buy the diffuser, it was sold out. Right, Rob J, for that little check. for that little check. And then the check is even littler now, child, because she ain't even holding the flute. Baby, big boy can't even get her to hold the flute, baby. Angel being bigger isn't the issue. She not clocking the women, laughing and then crying after the issue. Put your big girl pants on. Oh my God. Monique needs that little, yeah, she needs that little Bravo check. You stay hating on I'm not hating on beautiful. Beautiful. And then she wrote it in capital B, baby. Child, I love it. All the stock was sold out. They said that it was. Then I can't tell. You know, I hated Monique, child. I remember. Let me be quiet. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. She had to put me in timeout. I know she wanted to block me, but she was live though. She was live sometime, baby, and she. All right, y'all. Well, wait a minute. Hold on, my nigga. GGABOR stopped the season would be lackluster without Stacey. Say what you want, but Monique's season is going to pick up now. Richie Morris, we've been saying that the season been good all season. Before Monique even made her appearance. Before Monique even came crawling back. Before Monique even came crawling back. I can't take it. Hating on Monique for no reason is hilarious. Ain't nobody hating on Monique. CW sold out. I doubt anything was ever in stock. Yeah, I don't think nothing was ever in stock. Go ahead. I can't Michelle B. She definitely crawling. Yeah, she definitely crawling back. GGABOR, pull up Monique confessional list. Let me go look it real quick. She got a confessional. She got a confessional. When did they give friends of? When did they give friends of a confessional? They gave her a confessional? You know what? I think they probably brought her over here to drag Stacey. Crawling back. Andy always wanted her back. And he wanted Candace back too and Robin back too. I like Monique, but she started to saw her when she left the show and watching it. But yeah, me too. I liked Monique until the pandemic season, to season 5. I did like Monique until season 5. A pretty bitch can't even get her money. What a pretty bitch at? Is the pretty bitch in the room with us? Monique looked soulful and dated Bop and back into their Pride event. Yes, she did, y'all. She did. I think that she only had 5 to begin with, and after that, so they said it was sold out. You know what the girls do? They sell stuff out. They say they sold out. It's all sold out. I don't like Monique either, nor did I like Candace. I like Candace. I like Candace and Monique. The only housewife though I do not like out of all of the shows, out of all of the housewives is Monique. She's the only one I do not like. I do not like her. Monique ain't about to turn up this season. Right? She ain't about to turn up nothing. They didn't already been having the season. They didn't already been having the season. And for us to be over here crying up, and for us to be over here to think that we sitting over here worried about Big Boy. Somebody over here talking about Big Boy. She about to get on the show and try to confront somebody over Big Boy.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. She didn't want that big ass nigga knowing. So Monique, you don't have a home. No, she didn't have a home. Okay? Kelly Dodd is the top one I don't like. I don't know who that is. The PB is Gizelle. Honestly, I kind of miss Candace this season. You miss Candace? I don't like Tamara Judge, Ramona, or Brienne. We need Gordon back. We need Mia back, baby. Exactly, for her to come back for Stacey to increase. Right, that's crazy. Monique said she lost 300 pounds when she divorced Messy. She ain't out. She still has her homes. CW now CW, we can't be giving the girl stuff now. Now she said that when she got her divorce, Chris paid her what he was giving her with herself, because you know she used to be his maid. She used to be his assistant. And he gave her what he was paying her to be this when she was the assistant for all the years that they was married. And she said she used that to buy a house. And she said it like she was saying something. Girl, you stupid. You sound stupid. You sound stupid.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
And we seen the kids over there, baby. And that oldest boy just like Big Boy. And so we know he'll eat out of the house and the home. He gonna be on somebody's defensive line if he can move his feet. He gonna be on somebody's defensive line. Monique is gonna give. No, she's not gonna give us. She never gave us anything. Please, no Mia. I just want to see her. I don't want to see her. But Mia was eating the girls up. But y'all, I gotta go. Let me see. Yeah, that little boy might be the trainer baby for real. Oh no, not the. No, I haven't seen the. No, they both. Chris held on to their prenup. Yeah, Chris had a prenup. Chris had a prenup. I don't think anyone's, not even Monique, want Big Boy. No, I don't think that nobody wanted Big Boy. Big Boy looked like his mama. Big Boy looked like his mama. And that wasn't a good look. Believe me. All right. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. Oh, thank y'all so much. Let me tell y'all, y'all told me yesterday on Patreon to watch All's Her Fault. All Her Fault. And I saw Esther say, did you see Grace's birthday pic? I did. I seen Baby Angel. It was giving Angel 2.0. It was giving Angel 2.0. All Her Fault. So I talked to my mother. My mother asked me when I got off live with y'all, I called my mama, and she told me that she done. So my mother told me that she binge watched All Her Fault. She watched it Saturday coming into Sunday. She binge watched all of the episodes. She said it gave her a twist, and she just had to watch it all 8 episodes, y'all. My mother. Grace looked like a ghost because she think that she's her mother color. She think that she's her mother's color, and she think that she's somebody else's size. Grace ain't getting big, ain't she? Maybe it's more than one. What is it on? It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock. Grace like to eat. Grace like to eat. On White Fly Baby, the baby says she can't read. Oh my, we knew how to read by the age of 5, baby. What baby? Grace has Gizelle's fashion sense. Sure. Them girls green. Okay. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25. Call daddy, tell him 25. Call daddy, tell him 25.